Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jury and Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Eric Deters Show. Today's President's Day. So happy President's Day. Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, Donald Trump. All right, Epstein names. This was great. Todd Blanche, the Assistant Deputy Attorney General under Pam Bondi, released a list of every name mentioned in the so-called Epstein files. They've now released 3 million Epstein files, and they put the list of all the names, regardless of context. So you had Donald Trump's name, you had Thomas Massey's name, you had everybody's name. And I will say this about all those people that are Epstein, is this, plain and simple. Any evidence against somebody that they can prove with the cooperation of the victim had sex with an underage child, I'll bet you they'd prosecute him. I bet you they will. Thomas Massey, he cracks me up. It's so funny to see his name on the list. Gallup says they're not going to do presidential polling anymore. That's odd. Inflation. CNN had to admit it. Inflation is at 2%. 2%. That wasn't the way it was under Joe Biden. 2%. Voter ID. Looks like Susan Collins is coming on board. They don't want to break up the filibuster, but I think the United States senators know. Republican senators know. And the House Republicans know. If they want to hold on to the House and Senate, they got to stop the cheating. Stop the cheating. Voter ID. Favored by 80% of the public, too. Don Lemon. Don Lemon, when he went and pled guilty on, not guilty on Friday, there were people outside supporting him that were waving dildos. These freaking people are freaky people. Trump, he attacked Bill Maher saying, because Bill Maher, he thought having dinner or lunch or meeting with Bill Maher would be all better. But Bill Maher's still Bill Maher. Trump hit him pretty hard. If I was Trump, I'd kind of leave Bill Maher alone because Bill Maher says some positive things too. Remember your theme song, Mr. President? You don't always get what you want. Carrie Progene Bowler, former California Miss America, guess what? She was on the Religious Liberty Commission, showed up with a Palestinian flag, supporting Palestinian, asked some terrible questions. They kicked her off for being anti-Semitic. Turning Point USA had an event. You can't make it up. This woman in Maryland called CPS on Turning Point USA chapter. I think it was a high school. Really? Nancy Guthrie. Update is the glove that they found, one of the gloves that they found out in the desert, they think might be one of the gloves, and it's getting DNA tested. Apparently, Guthrie's had enough with the local law enforcement. They're like doing their own thing with the FBI. This sheriff, I defended him a little bit at first. Not anymore. He's a nincompoop. Walmart jobs. They're hiring like 3,000 jobs at $90,000 a year. Check those out. Fetterman, he supports the Republicans on the Voter ID Act. He supports them on the border. I think Fetterman will switch to Republican before he runs. Ron DeSantis played golf with Nick Saban, Urban Meyer, and President Trump over the weekend. That's a hell of a foursome. White House governors. Andy Beshear boycotted and didn't go. Way to go, Andy. Mr. Rogers. Massachusetts auditor, a Democrat state auditor, found $12 billion of fraud. She wants to get some answers. Pissing off all the Dems in Massachusetts. World news, Marco Rubio went to Munich and he gave a great speech. The essence of, we want strong partners. Nobody needs to be a wuss. And you know what? It went well. Except Hillary Clinton, she had to speak up and she got walloped by the Czech guy. Said she had Trump derangement syndrome. Caribbean cartel boat taken out. Yes. Iran, they apparently are wanting a deal. Marco Rubio says it's complicated. We'll see what happens. They don't, they're going to get obliterated. Pop culture, Bad Bunny. FCC's investigating as they should. Just because you speak Spanish doesn't mean you can violate FCC rules. One of those songs was completely pornographic. Because you say it in Spanish doesn't make any difference. Manchester Orchestra drummer. I love this band. What was the name of my favorite song? It's this really beautiful song. Tim Very, their drummer, only 42, may rest in peace. Tyler Perry apparently lent Meghan and Harry $14 million, and they won't even call him back now. I'm telling you right now, Harry and Meghan are just not good people. George Clooney and Russell Brand's multi-million-dollar estates has been flooded by the Thames in London, outside of London. It's pretty wild. Clooney, his house is submerged. Bo Derek, the woman just still looks beautiful. Talked about living happily ever after in the hills with John Corbett. Rosie O'Donnell, she's come back from Ireland. What's wrong, Rosie? All these people that move. Hey, when Joe Biden was president, we threatened to move? No, we wanted to stay here and kick his butt, make it better. Sports Without Boundaries, Tyler Reddick won the Daytona 500, Michael Jordan's team. And by the way, this video, they're saying Michael Jordan's grabbing the kid's butt. All baloney. He's grabbing his shirt, hits his leg. It was Tyler Reddick's boy, and he was teasing him, having fun with him. Unbelievable. NBA All-Star Game. President trashed it. I kind of liked it. Young guns, old guns, world guns. Young guns won best 2 out of 3. However, I thought it was unfair that the old guys only got to play them once. Should have played them twice. Justin Ford, Seton Hall baseball player, rounding second, does a cartwheel, destroys his knee. Not good. St. John's in Providence, 7 guys kicked out of the game from a fight. Pierre Wolnick, this guy is an aerialist, jumps out of airplanes, died in the Alps. Breezy Johnson won her gold downhill, then announced she likes guys and girls. Medal count. We're showing you the medal count right here. USA's working up the charts. Men's hockey, undefeated. They're now in the knockout round, seeded second. And Nate Newton of the Dallas Cowboys got a pardon from President Trump. Your Shakespeare insult today is, do not be a 3-suited, worse-bodied whoreson.